Hey tubers. Hey folks, Mannix111 here with another informative video that may be useful to you. Today I am going to put a new inner tube in a 26-inch bicycle tire from just your average everyday bike. This one happens to be a Next brand 7-speed bicycle. Doesn't matter what the brand. Anyway, the first thing that I did was I went and I took some Johnson's baby powder and I put it in a cup. I then took the inner tube and I wadded it up and I put it in my hand, and then I took the other hand and I sprinkled the baby powder all over the inner tube. Okay, what this does is once you have the inner tube installed in the bicycle tire, you want to take an air compressor and put a little bit of air in it and then let the air out and then put some more air in it. What that does is it allows the tube to seat itself properly, and with this powder on the tube, it allows the tube to move more freely inside of the tire during the seating process. Okay, now that I covered that, and I thoroughly am sorry that I didn't get the video started earlier. I didn't even think about videotaping this when I started it, so I apologize for not having the little bit of talcum. I'm gonna borrow it from Malcolm and put it on my inner tube, and you didn't get to see that. However, I thought the audio description was sufficient for everyone watching the video. Next, you take off the cap to the valve stem, separate the tire, put the valve stem down through the rim, put the cap back on, and then what I like to do is I take some electrical tape and I put it around the base of the valve stem to hold it from coming back out on the inside. Okay, and it's gonna push the tape off a bit, but it's much better than just simply putting the cap on and expecting it to hold it in there. Okay, so here we're going to continue around the rim, putting the tube inside the tire. We're going to continue this process. Now that the inner tube has been seated up inside the tire, now it's time to move around and get the bead back in the rim. Okay, now that we've completed the process of getting the tire bead back inside the rim all the way around, and we go around the tire and we make sure that the bead is seated properly and that the tire, both sides of the bead are installed inside the rim, and we're now ready for the process of the putting a little bit of air in the tube and let the tube seat properly inside the tire. And here we go with the seating process. Okay, now we can see that we have, I don't know, there's probably 10 pounds of air in there, but the the rim, or the tire bead, is inflated, and it is locked inside of the rim. And we're going to go around the tire, make sure that everything is proper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push on the valve stem, and we're going to release the air. And then once we release the air, we're going to put a little more air in it. And what this allows the tube to do is to move around and seat itself properly inside the tire to where we have a nice functioning tire that's going to ride well down the road. And now lastly, that the inner tube has been properly seated in the tire, by deflating it and then inflating it a couple of times, we can take off this electrical tape that we used to initially hold the valve stem in place while we put the tube inside the tire. And there we have it. And then the next step is to naturally put the little cover on the valve stem there. We're going to put that on as the last step in the process. And that is how we install an inner tube in a bicycle tire. Thanks a lot for watching. This has been Mannix 111.